Hola a todo el mundo, soy Danska, desde la bienvenida al episodio número 10 de Dragon Age de Veilguard. Seguimos con la historia principal, vamos a conocer al último compañero, que debe ser un nigromante, así que vamos a ir con Blara. Aunque lo suyo sería ir con un tank, con una melee, para que me dé apoyo a mí, pero bueno. A ver qué tal este último compañero. La gran Necrópolis.
This is it. But no sign of the professor.
I hope he's here and that he doesn't mind us disturbing him. He is a senior necromancer. I don't... Oh!
¿Huesitos? ¿Eres tú? Le estoy trabajando ahí. Mano de obra barata.
What a marvelous surprise! Any trouble with the lift? Our last guests were stuck for hours. Poor souls. Oh. Professor Emmerich Volkaren of the Morn Watch.
Hello, Professor. We've never met, well, in person, but I've been writing to you.
Belara, my dear girl. What a pleasure. Surely you didn't come all this way just to see me.
Actually, we did. You see, we need a fade expert.
I'm Rook.
Charmed.
¿Por qué no funciona ahora?
I like that bit with the flaming skull.
It's nothing, really. Just an evocation of the flame of the last steps.
Looks great.
Thank you. You know, I'm never quite sure how these spells strike someone from outside Navarra. I'd be pleased to continue our conversation after I tend to some small business here.
Creo que me va a caer bien este personaje, ¿eh?
I must investigate. Would you two mind accompanying me further into the shrouded halls?
Toward that screaming.
Something's gone awry in this part of the necropolis, Rook. The dead stir more easily than they should.
Something weird up ahead.
Strange. These halls should be under the protection of the bell.
Is that a despair demon?
Fascinating, isn't it? They shouldn't be able to breach the shrouded halls at all.
Take your word for it.
Careful, Rook. It singled you out.
What? Where'd everyone go?
Estos cabrones te encierran como en un espacio-tiempo raro. No puedo utilizar a los compañeros durante un rato. Yo me he enfrentado a ellos en una misión secundaria.
It's vital we discover why that spirit manifested here.
Lead the way, Professor.
Creo que voy a hacer una fotito de esto, gente. Creo que ya tengo miniatura. No sé si girarle las cosas como son. A ver. Ocultar el grupo. Así no que se vean los jarrones. Se puede quedar como estaba. El desenfoque, tío, es que nunca he conseguido que me, me funcione bien. Esto está bien, como mucho la viñeta. No, restablece valores por defecto. Ay, no, oculto a Rook, perdona. Me da aquí. ¿Cómo se hacía ocultar tabulador? Tengo que tener en cuenta que tengo yo un poco de viñeta. Vale. Creo que así es buena.
Someone's barred the door and chained the sunken star.
There's undead here.
We may need to defend ourselves depending on their condition.
Haven't fought undead in a while.
There's no reaching these. They're mindless.
What does that mean?
I'm afraid sometimes the weaker dead work themselves into frenzy.
Pues que no les puedes tirar hechizos con el rasgo mental. Da una sensación como si estuviese más alto el fuego ahora. No sé por qué. Pero no toca absolutamente nada.
I must free that bell.
Need some help?
Thank you. The star, the bell, can banish these despair spirits if we unchain it. We'll need a wisp to unseal the doors leading out. Could you please find one and bring it here?
Okay. How?
Give your greetings, and the wisp will follow.
Hello.
Wisps are the simplest of spirits, but quite helpful. Bring the wisp here, and we can unseal the doors.
Doors open. Where to now?
Tenía que
This should
sonar
lead us to the
a...
upper chambers, where we can free the bell. There's someone I'd like to consult with on the way.
Esto está al otro lado. Esto es para volver, ¿no?
I hope we can help here, Professor.
You already have, Balara, and it's just Emmerich. Please.
Great, Professor.
I assume your visit has to do with recent upheavals we've sensed in the Fae?
Oh, just a little.
Vale, ¿me deja algo? No.
We're getting good at this. This magic, it drains everything.
Ah, de
around
esto
it.
hay una imagen.
Echoes of the despair spirits, misery devouring itself.
Pues
We
esto
should
también
keep
me
our
mola,
distance. If provoked, these manifestations will shatter.
A ver si no desencadeno nada. Pues si pongo la órbita. O sea que igual aquí tengo que acercar un poquito más, ¿no? ¿O no? Ya veré con cuál me quedo. He ido de cara a ellas, ¿eh? Increíble.
End it now. Good work, everyone.
Hace falta 3 fuego fatuos. Pero destruir esto no genera fuego fatuo, ¿no? ¿O sí? No. Pues no sé.
One rook.
Voy a cargarme todos a ver si así salen los fuegos fatuos.
Strike them down!
Did it.
A ver si me tengo que acercar simplemente para que salgan en puntos y ya está. Que no lo he probado. A lo mejor tiene que hablar el profesor. Míralo.
This is locked too. I didn't see any wisps around.
Then I shall call for aid. They've answered. We'll need to guide the wisps who've just arrived to the door.
Trouble coming.
¿Qué te crees que no sé dónde vas a estar?
Those wisps really came just because you asked.
They care for us, Rook. Our ever-loyal friends amongst the dead.
Ah, digo, joder, no he contado.
Here's our second wisp.
These are way different than some of the wisps in Arlington.
I should like to meet some one day.
I don't know, Professor. Your wisps seem less, dangerous.
There's the last wisp.
Good. Let's return to the door. Well done. Past these chambers, we'll find some assistance with reaching the bell. Despair is far more pervasive than I thought. We must stop who's ever drawing the...
Esta sí que me mejora bastante, gente. Me voy a equipar. Ya luego le pondré el encantamiento.
Spirits here, Rook.
You think a person's behind all the despair demons?
Oh yes. Mortals are their prime attraction. Have at them!
Vale.
We're being fired upon!
Hay que evitar el agüita.
Move! Quickly!
Hasta luego. Ah, aparcado.
Is everyone intact?
How do we get rid of all these despair demons?
Their source is near the bell you saw earlier. Ringing it will banish them, but
Supongo que esto es para el tío este, ¿no? Es un amuleto.
we must find who lured them there in the first place.
Ya me está al principio del todo. ¿Qué cojones? ¿Nani? ¿Qué ha pasado? ¿Se ha venido por ahí? No entiendo nada. Me marca la misión por aquí. ¿No puedo subir? Ah, joder. No lo tengáis en cuenta, por favor.
Tell me, Rook, where are you from?
I grew up in Winter.
Our cousins in Magecraft to the north. You must tell me about your journeys once we're above ground. Ah, here we are. This is where we'll learn who summoned these despair spirits.
But how?
You must open yourself to possibilities while in the Necropolis. Would you mind lighting those braziers, Rook?
Voy.
This should unseal our final path to the bell. It's best we unchain it quickly.
What's it do exactly?
The sunken star will drive away despair. Any malicious spirit that hears the tolling of the bell will be banished to the Fae.
Oh, that'd be helpful in Arlethan, but I bet it only works here, doesn't it?
Quite correct. The bell would be inert outside the Necropolis.
Still, I bet the principles could be replicated.
Excellent. Approach the body and we'll begin. By seal and flame, who brought despair in our midst? Despair! Who brought it here?
Joder, están tocando pelota los Venatori, ¿eh?
The Venatori. Of course. This way, please.
What did you just do?
The colloquial term is corpse whispering, a gift that manifested with my magic.
Oh, wow. That's amazing.
Honestly, I've no idea how the other Watchers navigate the Necropolis without it.
Shh. I think I hear someone.
This map is useless. We wedged through 3 slaves in those traps. If that Hand of Glory burns down, so don't dawdle.
We found those Venatori.
Hello.
They have no place in these halls.
You got it.
Venatori after? Gold? Artifacts?
Raw magic. Their first envoys were obsessed with gathering power for some new masters.
Ah, I'll fill you in on them later.
¿Por qué no puedo abrir esto? Ah, que está al otro lado también. No sé, supongo que se abrirá después al acabar esto. O llegaremos al otro lado al acabar esto. Me ha metido otra vez en el plano este.
Choke them down clean. A valiant fighter. Hitting us from range.
Ready and willing.
Well, down one more despair demon. That's the last of them.
I see someone by the crates.
I don't think they're Venatori. This looks interesting.
Spirit levels? I didn't know they'd learn to make.
He ido a las gemas superiores a investigar un ruido. Con suerte no será más que uno de esos cadáveres nevarros trastabillantes. Y espantar, arrojad mi cuerpo a las llamas cuando se hace el resto de cuando se hace el resto del mundo civilizado.
Hello. Did the Venatori bring you here?
They said I'd spilled the wine too many times. That I'd be a better sacrifice than slave.
You are in Navarra, sir. There are no slaves on our soil. Please remain here. After we've seen to the rest of the Venatori, I'll send for someone to escort you above.
Oh, all right.
Those Venatori dragged that man down here just to die.
The Watchers will shelter him. We'll inquire if he has any family in Minrathous.
I know people in Minrath.
Thank you. We'd welcome the assistance. As for the Venatori, what remains of them will be put to work.
¿Qué viene? Esto es puerta de voz.
The Sunken Star can help us if we break the Venatori's chains.
Right. There's one chain.
Excellent.
Kill them all, but got it.
Ranged incoming. Valiant fighter.
¿En serio?
Together with me. You got it.
chain.
We must return to the lower level to ring the bell.
Saltamos, ¿no? Sí, porque lo de las rodillas aquí en este mundo. Elfos con barba, no. Rodillas. Dolor de rodillas al bajar de 6 metros, tampoco.
Be ready. The ritual to wake the bell will draw Despair's attention.
And any more Venatori?
I'll need you to keep them occupied while I work.
Dale, guacho.
There's the Venatori.
Hail the dead!
They cannot be this skilled.
Vaya, la que he fallado.
Worthless fodder.
How are we doing, Emmerich?
The bell is still awakening, but we must fight a little longer.
Mira.
The Venatori brought demons.
Vaya, eso no puedo parar. Bueno, podría estar mejor. No te voy a mentir. Mierda. Ahí está el cooldown.
We're halfway there.
¿No está?
Fantastic rope!
Demon.
Uf. Por los pelos. Eso le tendría que haber dado y lo sabéis.
Now what?
Now, the grand Necropolis shows itself.
Worked. Those despair demons are just gone.
Pretty impressive.
Thank you, but come,
Oh, menos mal.
let's ensure these cultists didn't leave anything dangerous behind. I'll ask our attendants to gather their bodies later, of course.
Claro, todo esto son mano de obra al fin y al cabo para ellos. Tienen que revivirles. Bueno, revivirles. Alzarlos como no muertos, vaya.
And this is a severed hand.
It can't be. A hand of glory? The Venatori should never have this. I must find out where it came from. Let me know when you'd like to return to the chambers above.
Let's get back to the lighthouse.
You can tell me why you've sought out a Fade expert on the way?
I know it's a lot, but I swear we've seen the blighted elven gods ourselves.
It would explain recent Oniric disruptions.
At the least, the implications of what Rook's witnessed are... Ah, thank you, Manfred.
Me encanta, tío.
No one ever brings me tea after I slog through a haunted crypt.
My assistant, Manfred. Always thoughtful.
You spoke of danger to the Fade.
The elven gods plan to tear it wide open to get to the blight, and they've already messed with it. Demons, tears in reality. Our team needs a Fade expert.
Many watchers never depart Navara. But with events so dire...
I'd be delighted to assist.
It has been many years since you left us.
Well, yes, but elven gods, ancient magics. I couldn't bear miss this. Besides, I've spent my life exploring the Fade and speaking to spirits. If Rook needs an expert, none are better qualified than I.
Only if your assistant's coming.
Manfred? But of course.
Welcome aboard.
Wonderful. I'll gather my things. Come, Manfred.
The Grand Necropolis was at peace again, and Emmerich was off to a new adventure. But in Navara, nothing stays down for long. The Venatori had unearthed something no one should have, and delivered it to the worst possible person. Emmerich's journey would soon bring him face to face with the gloaming lantern.
What the Venatori ultimately intended with their incursions into the Necropolis worries me. Whether or not it was directed by the gods, the timing serves them well. Chaos, I fear, is their ally.
With this, Demeter's Crossing and the Blighted Dragons, and everything else we're all dealing with, feels like we're at war. A lot of little wars.
They want a war? We'll damn well give them one.
You need an army to fight a war, though. They've got two. The Venatori and Antam wasted no time allying themselves with the gods. Power at any cost.
So how do we fight back then?
We don't have an army, but we do have allies. Like the Veil Jumpers.
After Demeter's Crossing, it's personal for them.
The Shadow Dragons. I should have earned my way back into their good graces after we saved Minrathous.
Tarquin won't ever admit it, but he was impressed.
Also, Lady Morrigan requested a meeting at the Cobbled Swan in Minrathous.
Could she have found some trace of the gods?
Probably. Morrigan doesn't visit crowded taverns for fun.
I also heard from Grey Wardens out in the Hossberg wetlands, Antoine and Evka. Something strange is happening with the Blight there. I bet it involves the gods.
The first warden didn't seem impressed the last time we met.
I heard he told you to piss up a rope.
Will he be in the wetlands?
I don't keep track, but he can't stop you from asking a few questions, if we're fast enough.
Any details on the blight in the wetlands?
Antoine said he didn't write it down.
Why not?
Either he didn't trust someone else wouldn't read the note, or he didn't want us to panic.
Gillenane has laid low since we hurt her dragon, but the blight spreads rot wherever the gods go.
And no one's better at tracking blight than wardens.
Morrigan and those wardens feel like our best leads on finding the gods.
Are they really gods? Or just ancient mages? It's not clear.
They're gods. In their power and wrath, at least.
Lucanus, you're back.
I am.
Good to have you back. This is Professor Emmerich Volkarin, our Fade expert, and Tash, our dragon hunter. They joined while you were away.
Hey.
Charmed.
Right. Not everyone has met. So, a dragon hunter. Treviso could have used you.
What's happening there?
It's just... people blame you for what happened to Treviso, Rook. But they did not have to make that choice, knowing what the gods are capable of. There was no recall. Still, it changes things. How could it not?
But you're back with us.
Yes, here to stay.
Given how things have gone, I wouldn't blame you for staying away. So thanks. We can't do this without you.
After what they did to Treviso, I want these gods to fall. I don't see anyone else with a better chance than you. My blade's yours. Until the end.
Great. Let's follow up on some leads.
I'll let Lady Morrigan know we're ready to meet.
I'll send word to Antoine and Evka. They're holed up in a town called Lavendale.
Everyone else should rest up. Be ready to move when I call.
Never easy, is it, kid?
What do you mean?
Making the big choices, then living with the consequences.
If I don't make the tough decisions, no one else will. So I live with the consequences.
And you don't blame anyone else for them. That's why I recruited you. Anyway, you've got a meeting with Morrigan to attend, and dealing with whatever the wardens found. All this chatting is taking it out of me. Think I'll rest for a bit. Good work, Rook. You'll find your way through this. I know it.
Vale, ahora nos saldrá la misión del nigromante para explicarnos cómo van sus poderes, seguramente. De manera distante, Lucanis está distante. Tras sufrir el ataque del dragón corrupto en Treviso, Lucanis se muestra más receloso y actúa más por su cuenta. Sus técnicas ofensivas mejoran, pero ya no usará técnicas de apoyo y vuestra relación avanzará a un ritmo más pausado. Vale, tiene sus cosas buenas y malas. Pues no me sale misión del nuevo directamente. La que sí que tiene misiones es otra vez Tash. Guay, porque su misión parecía bastante interesante. Lo que sí vamos a hacer es hablar con la gente.
A third edition of the Unnameable Elements? I didn't even know it had editions.
Oh, it's much improved with the index. Please, borrow it if you'd like.
I'd love to. Oh, Rook, you probably wanted to say hi. Thanks, Professor.
You look moved in?
Just a few essentials. Manfred was a great help with the boxes. What a fascinating place this lighthouse is. What do you make of it?
Early on, it mostly felt empty, but it's gotten more homey with each new person.
For all its grandeur, the lighthouse does seem meant for company.
Did you get the tour yet?
Oh, I've been exploring, but I noticed a few of the others taken aback by Manfred. And I overheard remarks about my skulls. My necromancy won't cause any undue worry, will it?
We're still getting used to one another.
True. And yet...
Give it time. We'll settle in.
Please excuse me. Manfred and I should finish our inventory. Thank you for stopping by.
Ahora sale misión. O vamos a hacer la gente. Imagina porque nos van a explicar su poder. Imagino que será de los Wisp. Es la mecánica que hemos visto, pero...
By the way, Rook, before I left, Myrna and Vorgoth asked if we could assist with an outbreak of hauntings across Thedas. They also mentioned displaced wisps in the Necropolis. I'm not sure what's frightened them, but it bears investigation.
Hauntings and scared wisps? Let's look into it.
Thank you. We'll depart for the Necropolis whenever you're ready.
Vale, tendremos que llevar a este y... No sé, llevamos a Tash. Roca debilidad, detona desgarro. Detona debilidad. Bueno, estamos al lado.
Let's ask Myrna and Vorgoth about these hauntings.
I'd also appreciate it if we could see to those displaced wisps. Now, despite what you may have heard, spirits who dwell here do so willingly. Most of our working dead are animated by unthinking wisps, which are little more than impulses from the Fade. But later, I could introduce you to some truly intelligent undead.
No. Why?
The offer stands if you change your mind.
Nope.
I wonder what this is about.
¿Cómo coño entro yo ahí?
We got it.
Ah, vale.
Here's one of those scattered wisps you mentioned, Emmerich.
It's out of alignment. Let's find a receptacle for it while it recovers.
Pero no había pillado otro.
What do we have here? The door's locked. Maybe it'll open if we bring more wisps.
Probably just more corpses inside.
They're powerfully warded, and yet someone passed through these doors not long ago.
I wonder what this is about.
Falta una, ¿no? Por activar. Ahí está. Buenas tardes. Y la otra había que hacer algo aquí que yo no he...
Is that it? Thought we needed another wisp to
Ah, no hay.
unlock that door.
Right. Let's look around.
Pues no, aquí no entré yo antes. Aquí está bloqueado. Con algo que hay en el otro lado.
That did it.
Pues me he cargado los dos. No había más, ¿no? Ah, sí.
There we go. That last wisp's unlocked this door. Let's take a look.
Cámara de los no forjados. Se me olvida que cuando salen de ahí no puedo bloquear.
That's the last of them. Those Venatori were killed about a day ago.
Pues no sé, tampoco nos han explicado nada.
An excellent question.
¿Está la misión del compañero? ¿O es una que había secundaria aquí que nos ha pedido él simplemente por hacer? Sí, no pone de camarada. Bueno, pues sería esto, gente. No sé. Un poquito más. La verdad es que hemos visto que hay una nueva mecánica, que es la de crear la mano esa esquelética para subir. Pero poquito más. Y luego él ha hecho otra cosa, no me acuerdo qué era. Ha interactuado. Él ha activado algo de esta zona. Pero bueno, lo dejo por aquí. Espero que os haya gustado. Como siempre, si es así, darle like al vídeo. Si es que os hagan dejar comentarios. Si no queréis, no lo hagáis. No pasa nada, pero si lo hacéis, pues yo os lo agradezco. También agradezco mucho a la gente que llegáis al final de los vídeos y escuchéis estas palabras, porque eso sube mucho la estadística de la duración media de las visualizaciones. Y eso a mí me alegra un montón. No sé si YouTube lo tiene en cuenta o no, pero a mí me motiva mucho. Y también dar las gracias a los miembros del canal por apoyar este canal todos los meses con 1, 3 o 5 euros. Si alguien más está interesado en apoyarlo, pues simplemente tiene que ir a la descripción del vídeo. En la parte de abajo hay un enlace con la información y las ventajas de cada tier. Muchas gracias a todos y nos vemos en el siguiente. Hasta luego.